Good morning everyone. So today is Monday. It is book week this week. This is like Australia's Halloween where the kids dress up as book character. I think other countries might do this. And they go to school like dressed as them. And yes, our school doesn't celebrate Halloween because it's not against it's against their religion. So yes, so we don't do that. And we don't really do it either. So anyway, so we've got 4 kids that went this year, and yes, that was fun. 4 or 5, I don't know. I think I've got 5 in primary school. And yes, so they've gone off. Cooper, I haven't vlogged. Well, I actually have done an intro 4 times this week since Cooper's accident, and haven't done anything, like haven't vlogged at all after that. We've been so busy, we've had so much on. Cooper fractured his arm and something about his ligament. So when he was in emergency, they let him out at like 3 AM and they thought he only had a hairline fracture. That's what was sort of coming up. But when they did like the review, like the actual technician, it came up that he had a full fracture or something, and something to do with the ligament, but Eric didn't understand. They called him at work. So he has an appointment this week to find out all the details, and yes, so he will be 4 to 6 weeks in a cast. And yes, I'm assuming it's his elbow because that's where he landed. So anyway, he was playing football and he fell backwards, and he was tackling and he fell with a kid and landed on the kid landed on his elbow into the ground. So but he didn't tell anyone all day. So anyway, so I have also moved a heap of stuff. I actually haven't moved much this week. I say I have moved some stuff, all awkward stuff. We're almost at the end of the Lego moving, and yes, I'm just wandering around because I can see all these lights on, which I'm so glad because that stuff is so annoying to move. And anyway, I had actually started bubble wrapping it and putting it in boxes so I didn't have to do what I've been doing, and I'm doing that next time because the 2 boxes that I've done was so much easier to move. And yes, oh my gosh, could they leave any more lights on? So yeah, so I've done that. Cleaned most of the girls' room apart from the bits that they've still got a shelf and stuff in there. And yeah, so anyway, and then we just got the backyard stuff as well. So, and then we got some stuff in the shed. So who knows? We shouldn't be too long. I have to go back there on Tuesday. I think the real estate's going there to do some stuff. But anyway, maybe Eric's going today. I don't know. I've got so much on. Anyway, Bella also raced in her first HPV race, which is a human-powered vehicle race. For those that don't know what HPV is, she wasn't supposed to. They usually start in year 7, but they were a girl rider short, and the team couldn't ride unless they had a 6th girl, so she had to at least do a lap. So yeah, she did that. She did 2 laps. She wanted to do a 3rd, but we thought she was confused. It was at Sandown, which is a really long track for the HBVs, and it has a really big hill. Sandown is a supercar race, so where the actual cars race, not usually they go on actual human-powered vehicle or cycling tracks. So yes, so we were a little bit worried. Well, I was. Eric seemed fine, but anyway. But yeah, she wanted to do a 3rd, but we thought she missed pit lane because she had this worried look as she drove past pit lane and she was going quite slow. So yeah, they actually had a marshal go out and pull her in on her 2nd one. But anyway, she did amazing. Her team won first, basically because they were the only team in their category. And yeah, but they did really well, all of them. Cooper didn't race. Lachlan's team, which is Cooper's team usually, came 4th, and I have no idea what the rest came. It was the end of the day and we had to go. So yes, because Eric decided to take the camper to the racetrack, and I'm like, are you kidding? It's hard enough to park a car. And anyway, he got it in there and brought the camper home. So the camper is just over here. You can probably see it. Just there, which is where it will sit. We're not sure if we're going to put our other trailer back there, but Eric reckons it's too tall. And now my phone is beeping, but I think it's the kids arriving at school. No, it's a parent asking me if I'm going to a parade. Yes, so, yeah, so anyway, I've got a lot to do. I've got to fold all the washing that was done over the weekend and try and get, we also got our Trophus unit. I don't want to walk down there because Bonnie's not crying for me. From the Light Project section for $89. It's brand new, and yeah, been put together and returned. So instead of 139, we got it for 89. We want a few of them, so hopefully if I keep going there, picking up little things each week, or maybe not each week, each fortnight probably, we can just get everything together. We also found the bed we want to buy, which is a lot more than what I wanted to spend, and I think Eric did as well, but it's one with storage underneath, and I think it'll work well in their room. So not bunk beds, but beds with like drawers and shelves and stuff. Anyway, I need to get on with my day and answer this mum before she breaks out. And yes, and decide whether I go to the parade. I don't usually, but I usually live too far away, so we'll see. Good morning, everyone. So it is another day. Yesterday just turned to crap, okay? I discovered that one of my kids had been putting dirty clothes in the clean clothes that had been washed and dried and just waiting to be folded in the laundry. And I had to rewash everything. And then I went to the parade. I wasn't originally going because I thought it was outside. I didn't want them out in the cold and rain. Anyway, it was inside. So we did that, and then just tried to fix the washing and trying to just figure out this house. Eric and I went to IKEA on the weekend and figured out the girls' room. We want to get beds that are a little bit more expensive, so I think we're going to wait a little bit. We'll probably get one at a time because they cost as much as all of their beds were going to cost. Is just one bed, but ones with storage underneath, and they should work a lot better, especially since I just cleaned out underneath their bed at the old house, and yes, it wasn't fun. I want to try and organise this stuff. We brought Zoe's bookshelf up. We did nothing with it yesterday. Eric and I emptied the storage unit last night, so we're going to get another month's rent charged to our card. And yeah, it was just one of those days, like, just wasn't going to plan. But we hopefully are a bit more on track today and get a vlog up. I've been trying to do them every day, but also I do need to stay sane and get this house together. I also brought this, and it is the cutest thing ever, off Amazon. It holds all their teddies. I thought it was only going to hold like one of the kids' teddies, but lots of teddies, but it has quite a few. It's got 2 bags and a box worth of teddies in it so far, and it's still got space up the top. I've got another box in the garage, but I've got to dig to it, so I need to do that. And yes, I want to empty a couple of boxes. There's like DVD boxes just inside the garage. I want to empty them into this unit until we figure out what we want to do with them. Eric wants to keep some of them because some of them aren't on, or keep going off of like streaming services. We only have Netflix and Disney, and we don't have Disney all the time. We always have Netflix. I don't think we've ever not had Netflix. But I actually might change Disney to Stan because there's a couple of things I want to watch on Stan. Not that we actually watch TV that often. Big TV, it's always on for the kids, and like noise, like people have the radio on or music on. I have the TV on. And yes, so I need to do that. I need to sweep this floor. These guys have set up all their Lego. I've got to get shelves as well as IKEA. I knew I had to get something. And yeah, so he has his a lot tighter. He has a lot more cars and shorter things. And yeah, and then he wanted a whole row of just people. because there's a lot of Ninjago people. I don't know, I'm not really, I just buy the stuff, okay? Yes, I also need to figure out what I'm buying Olivia and Harry for their birthday. I got Harry something while I was at Chatty the other day and hid it in the bottom of the pram. No one noticed it. And I brought one thing for Olivia from Costco. I think I bought it from, anyway. Yeah, so I need to figure that out. I also want to figure out Christmas. I didn't end up booking those flights. I went on and had a look and got us all on a flight in June, just after Stephen's birthday. But I couldn't get the flights home, and I was a little bit worried that because it was school holidays, I'd end up paying a fortune. And then I worked out that because we have to pay for flights coming home, it's around 10 to 12,000 for all of us. But if I pay for flights just to Hawaii, it's around 10,000 anyway. We want to go to Hawaii, but then points didn't go up that much to fly from Hawaii to Los Angeles, or even Cleveland, where my brother is. So we're going to probably just do that, book flights to and from Hawaii, and then do the point from Hawaii into mainland US. And then yeah, but the kids also want to go to Japan. We just couldn't make a decision. There was so much going on, and I just didn't want to waste them, if I say. Yeah, so anyway, so we'll deal with that later. And yes, and I sort of wanted to go in August for Disney. If we were going to do Disney World in Florida, I realised that May, I believe, is hurricane season. Don't really want to be there for that. So yes, so, and a few people have mentioned that it was really warm, that ticked me to look up hurricane season. So anyway, thanks for that. But I didn't book it, yeah, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, the kids really want to go to Japan. Japan seems to be a hot place to go at the moment, but then it's quite, I feel like the flights are pretty expensive for what they used to be to go there. And yeah, and then they want to, another one was Singapore's, what's it called, what's the Universal that's there, but I don't know, I'll have to keep looking into it. I had way too much on for that week. We had races and just moving, but yeah, moving when you hadn't packed a single item. Well, I'd only packed the stuff into the storage unit. Wasn't the best idea. So yes, but it has been really good in the fact that we have gotten rid of so much stuff. Like I have literally, I filled 2 bins full of rubbish. The kids, you know, papers and crap that I put them in the recycling, and all just stuff. And then I've gone through all the toys and just got rid of it. And then yeah, I think we've done 1 load so far to Salvos. So yes, but we're getting there. Done some unpacking while she's been asleep. Fed her a bottle. Unpacked all the DVDs. Amazing that the 2 massive boxes fit into those 4 cubes. I thought it was going to fill the whole thing. Are you having fun? Yeah. Unpacked all the Lego. I need to move those jackets and blankets. These 4 DVDs didn't have discs in them. So yes, I'm not sure what's going on there. I need to put this cereal away. I still need to clean. Trying to find a balance between doing housework and doing unpacking, because I need to obviously keep up with my normal mummy stuff. Folding all this, and gotta flip these, and hopefully, yeah, get some more unpacking done. I've actually got to do kinder run soon, so we'll see how much we get done. Are you playing with bonbons? Bonnie, you're not even on your rug. Yeah, you. Cheeky girl. Yeah, I know. You're so cute. You are. Oh. Alright, so I think I've worked out the layout of this room. 1 room at a time. I've popped the cot sort of in the corner. We can jar that door open to lock, which I might. I'm just worried about kids running into it because it's glass. I've put Grace's bed this way because I think I'm going to get her the bed with the drawers as well, because this room is kind of small. It's actually bigger than what I thought. And then she can put her clothes in there. I don't think she'll fit Bonnie's as well, but we can keep Bonnie's in our room. Their kitchen fit there. Then that's the unit. I got this from the clearance area of IKEA the other day when I was there getting something. I don't know. Oh, we were just looking at beds. Then just popped the tubs here. That I'm going to put a third one in between. Eric wants to use this one elsewhere. He hates the white one. But when we brought it for the girls' double bed to put in between to make 2 toddler beds, they didn't have the wooden one here. I'm not sure why, but they didn't have any, and the guy said that they were well and truly, like, they weren't even going to come anytime soon. So we brought this one, which we've had a taller version of it before. I just find the rails don't last as long, whereas this one is all inbuilt, like it's cut in, and I feel like they last forever. We've got some that are like 15 years old, maybe even 20. I think I got them when Andrew was little. Anyway, they're actually stained a different colour though. Now I think that they're raw. I'm not sure. I've never really looked into it because we've never done anything to them. But anyway, so I'm thinking of getting 3 across there, or maybe a toy box for the middle for the Duplo. I'm not sure. Something else in the middle. If we got the toy box, they can sit on the top. So that might be good too, because it's in the middle between the windows. And yeah, annoyingly the light switch is behind this door, so you've got to close the door to actually turn the light switch off. It's kind of annoying. Yes, I would, if we owned, I would relocate the light switch to the outside of the room, which we have had in a previous house. So anyway, but yes, this is how this room is going.